Hi guys and welcome back to Scribe Gaming. I'm your man Scribe and we're going to do some GAC catch-ups. Let's get into it. First things first guys, you gotta have a sip of that cup of joe, do you know what I mean? Delicious. Alright, okay. Let's get this playing. So we're up against a guy called One Pertinent, and I wished him good luck in GAC, and he said, I've got a fantastic roster, thank you very much, Pertinent, and he doesn't want to watch his defense get destroyed live on stream. So instead, he decided to set what can only be described as a big middle finger for a defense. Let's take a look. In his northern section, we've got GG Droids, we've got Darth Revan, we've got JKL, Lead, JML, we've got Omicron Qui-Gon Jinn there with Anakin, Hoda, Old Ben, and Mace Windu for the memes, I assume. Yeah, okay, so this guy has got 2 GLs in his roster, so he's also set his other GL down in the south. I have 3 GLs in my roster, but yeah, we can see Slacker, we can see Gas, we can see Padme Cat, we can see JKL with Hoda, with Jolie. So I decide first and foremost, I need to try and split this up correctly. I'm going to try and use the JKR-JKL counter to Slacker. Unfortunately, I'm not modded correctly for this. This is not how I mod my Jedi. I probably need to remod for this. But we decided to go for it anyway because I figured I need to try and do something here. I've only got 1 GL. I have to try and use a non-GL counter somewhere. And at worst, we get this down to just Slacker, and then we can finish him off somehow. So, go for the turn meter swap straight over to Luke, stun the enemy team. I nearly place Master's Training here, but I decide, nope, let's get the Foresight up, and it's a good job we did. We evade the swipe from Kylo, and then we just start buffing. Bop. And yeah, we get some nasty business going on there. We nearly kill both of the tanks, which is pretty crazy. I go for the mark on Hux, and then we get the ability block, which is exactly what we're looking for. Nearly lose Revan there. And I think now is when we put the Master's Training on Lukey Boy. I believe we go to kill Hux straight away. Come on, you know what you want to do. Go kill him. Bye, Hux. Okay, so Hux is out of the picture, and this is where it gets a little bit unfortunate. If we'd have been taunting with Old Ben, for example, which probably would have been the smarter decision to do, we would have survived with JKR there, and yeah. Unfortunately, they just decide to focus down Jedi Knight Revan. I know it's normal, but we're just down to Sith Trooper now and Slacker. Slacker goes into ult. Usually if it gets to this point, guys, it's not looking too pretty. The only reason I think I've survived this long is because his Slacker is only Relic 7, not like Relic 8, which is what you're probably used to seeing. I believe we pass this over to Hoda, try and get a little bit more healing. He goes after Old Ben, which is great, gives us a little bit of a buff, and then he's out of his ultimate. So now it's just a case of, can we maybe hurt him? Pretty please? Hoda just about survives. We decide to put the Master's Training on there to hide Hoda this time. Come on, just a little bit more. Can we maybe? No. We can't avoid that big hit, so I didn't think there was much point in trying to get the ult off there. I believe we actually go for the stun here, which at this point it didn't matter. I knew I was kind of dead, guys. I was just like, well, okay, we can't really do anything here. Double poke. Eek. So actually, if I'd have saved the big hit there, I think I actually would have killed him. So I really should have just basicked, and I think I would have won. Never mind. Still, it is a low health Slacker, guys. We got that down. Maybe we can 2-tap it. So let's go into the next battle. Okay, guys. So next up, we decide to go after the Darth Revan. I've got a pretty good Imperial Trooper squad. Tried this out many times. If I'm faster, which I am, he's only 333 on his Darth Revan. I think my Piet and my Hux are like 350, 353. So we know we're going to outspeed these guys, and we know we're going to just TM roll them, no issues. But it's still a really fun counter. I thoroughly enjoyed doing it. So why not? Why not? Here we go. Now don't use the TM reset. Don't be a fool like Scribe. All right, put the mark on Dark. Mark Dark. And then we're just going to go punch his lights out. Yes, TM train begins. And we're going to go after Fallen Basti because we don't like her at all. Get rid of that Foresight. Let's go. Boop. Don't stomp because HK is there. Just get the Kill. Dark Trooper just goes and punches past these lights out. You'd love to see it. HK is going to be our next target, guys, and then we're going to go all in ham on that Malak. I believe we go for the TM spread here. Not that we need it. I wanted that offense up before I did this AoE. Bop, bop. Boom. Bop, bop. Oh, so close. Nearly had him, but he decides to just drain the Dark Trooper, which I'm absolutely fine with. What do we do here? Just do a bit of an AoE. He's not going to kill Malak because it's Malak. And then we just punch Malak's lights out. And yeah, there we go. Darth Revan doesn't even take a turn. Look how close he was to getting a turn. Poor Darth Revan. Poor Darth Revan. Let's go punch his lights out. Bop, bop. I love Dark Trooper, guys. 64 banners. Easy dub there. Easy dub. Okay, next up we've got Qui-Gon Jinn Omi. Now he does have Anakin here. You've got to play this one very carefully. I've decided to test out JTR as a counter to this. I figured locked heal immunity, dazes and stuns, R2-D2 and Jedi Training Ray, stuns from veteran smuggler Chewbacca as well, should be able to control this quite well. Lock down the team so that we don't get completely yeeted to death. We want to try and get Anakin into the red health, have him with heal immunity and stunned, and then kill Qui-Gon Jinn. So I just checked to make sure I'm going to outspeed, because obviously they do get a bit of speed from Qui-Gon Jinn's lead. There's no cam in there, so I don't have to worry about them having like ridiculous amounts of speed. But I'm fairly confident going into this. So we start with a little bit of a wiggle. Anakin goes and does his thing. And we start the train. So I want to get the heal immunity on him immediately. The quicker we can get this guy down, the better off we'll be, because obviously that heal immunity is 2 turns. So if we can do it before he can even reset his abilities, that'll be amazing. Hey Smudge, down you go. Go for the stun, resisted. Tenacity down, resisted a stun, go figure. Now old Ben is taunting and I'm like, for God's sake. So we go for the cleanse or the dispel. Obviously he's got the Zeta, so he re-taunts. I'm like, shouldn't have got rid of it there, but never mind. Okay, so we call in R2-D2, he lands the stun this time, and what's happening, guys? What is happening? What's happening? What's happening to the game? Yeah, we have a game crash. We have a game crash, and I'm like, this guy's gone full heavy defense, and we get a game crash. You see me trying to click buttons here, trying to click anything to get anything to work. Long story short, guys, we lose this team. Big sad. At least it's not a really important team, guys, right? At least it's not an important team. I was fairly confident from here we could just like yeet out Qui-Gon Jinn. Anakin is both stunned, heal immunity, so he's not going to heal up. And then we can just take out Anakin, it'll be all good from there. But yeah, we'll go into the next battle. So we come back, guys, and we see that our opponent has attacked. He's taken out the Geo team in 1 tap. 2 less banners than us, yes. He's dropped the battle on GG, yes. And he's going up against our Mon Mothma now. So at this moment in time, I'm a little bit frustrated. We failed on our JKL team. We game crashed then. And I'm beginning to get worried now, because I'm like, how can I do this still? Can I still do this and still get the full clear? We don't know. We don't know. So we have to just try and find out, I guess. So I decided to go for the big one. I use my JML now to take out his JML. My thinking on this is I won't need the JML to take out the Slacker. I feel I can comfortably take out the Slacker with, you know, something a little bit easier. So I want to use my JML where it counts to take out his JML. Now I messed up right at the start because I was a little bit on tilt. I should have increased the cooldowns on his JML rather than do the F-Lux there, but you know, mistakes were made. What can you do about it? We just steal all these buffs with Hoda. Want to do a bit of a spready there, get things rolling. I decide I want to try and focus down at Jedi Knight Revan because he's got the lowest hit points here, and just keep coining over to little Yoda so we can start building on that ult. Now, unfortunately, Ayla decided not to call in assists when we called her, and they're just stunning my Shakti all the time. I'm like, stop it, guys. You're annoying me. I lose my Shakti, and I'm like, oh, for God's sake. Okay, this is fine. This is absolutely fine. We're going to recover here, guys. We've got Jolie. It's okay. With Jolie, we'll be able to just, you know, revive Shakti, and then we'll just get things rolling once again. So, I go for the daze on Jedi Knight Revan. He does have the weapons tech there. So, at least with this, we should be able to, you know, stop him from regenning so much. Of course, Ayla does 2 assists there and still doesn't call anything. We bring back Shakti. Lovely jubbly, that's exactly what we're looking for. And go for the big Efflux here, I assume. Let's go, Efflux. Bop! Very nearly killed the Jedi Knight Revan. I'm like, come on, man. I can't heal Yoda here, so I just decided to cleanse. And we go for the jump. There goes the Savior on Jedi Knight Revan. Terrific. We just need to stay away from my Jolee. Please, Jolee, survive. We start coining Jolee just so that he can recover. He recovers 30% of his hit points on a basic, guys, so I figured, yes, please do that. I would like to keep him alive so that he can keep the rest of my team alive, and we lose Jolee. I'm like, okay, this is fine, guys. This is fine. I still think at this point we can still come through and recover here. He's never going to hit his ult. We can hit our ult pretty quickly. I just need to keep on coining with GMY and make some progress here. We're about halfway through the battle, but I'm still not feeling too bad, truth be told. We use the heal up here. We do need to heal up, mostly to heal Shakti, to be honest, and then they focus Shakti. I'm like, oh, God. Okay, this is still fine. At this point, I'm beginning to worry that we're going to lose, so I'm like, I better take out Revan so at least there's no leadership. He's had his Savior already, so all we need to do is make sure we get rid of Revan, and I think I can 2-tap this team then. We still got CLS, so we could use that to take out Watt at the start. And then what is happening, guys? Deep breaths, guys, deep breaths. This is fine. This is absolutely fine. We're not game crashing again. Oh look, it seems to have semi-recovered. We seem to be okay. Bear in mind, this was after a restart, guys. I'd restarted the entire emulator and closed down apps on my computer to make sure that there's nothing in the background running. But no such luck. The game is slowing to a crawl once again, and I'm like, I don't think I can even do anything at this point. We get one more Efflux off from JML here, I believe. And you can see by my face, if I just hide my face cam here, look at my face there. I was not a happy chappy, guys. So let's just quickly... so there we go. We took out Ayla there. We got Jedi Knight Revan into red health. But that's it. Like, I couldn't do anymore. I literally waited this out until it went to 0 and it came up with the screen. Sorry, it came up with the screen. And then I just closed down after that. The timer had already gone to 0. I was just hoping it would count this as a battle. But we'll see what happens. So... we load back into the game. He's defeated another team there. And it didn't count for shit. So that's 2 game crashes. One using my only remaining, my only GL for offense. I'm like, well, crap. That's not good. So, we take a look and see what we've got left. He's still got Gas in the southern section. He's still got Padme with Cat in the southern section. He's still got that half health SLKR in the southern section, and he's still got Jedi Knight Luke. What my train of thinking is now, guys, is I've just got to kill what I can and try and clear the south section. If I can clear the south section, because I can't beat that JML now, I've got nothing that's going to counter that at this point. If I can clear through south, we've still got a hope of winning. So we decide to go for the Jedi Knight Luke team first, and I'm using Empire. Now, there's so much Jedi on the opposing team that I'm pretty confident that I'm going to go first. I checked out the speed on his GMY, and he's modded for offense, not speed. So I'm confident that I can control this team and kill it before it gets a turn. So obviously, Palp's lead, we do a Vader Crush, spread out all those dots, Merciless, and then we're just going to do one Culling Blade at the start. I believe we use it on Yoda. Yeah, yeet Yoda out, and then we just get basics around the corn. Now, on Vader's basic, that can't be resisted an ability block on Jedi, so we know we can stop them from actually using Luke's ability. I do not know why I went for Jolee there. That was a waste of time. You're never going to crit Jolee. We pass over here. I don't know why I tried to stun Luke. You can't stun Luke. This is my tilted nature coming into play here now, guys. And then we fracture Luke. At this point, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is game 1. They're not going to take a turn. Mara Jade is only geared 11 3-star guys. She's just fantastic. Invest in her. You don't even have to, wail on her or anything like that. She's just a fantastic character. And there we go. Less than a minute in. 65 banners. Easy win for us there. So we've taken out one of the key teams. We've still got Padme Cat to deal with. We still got Gas 501st. Now I have my own 501st, and I figure in a mirror match situation, I'm confident that I can win with, Gas v Gas. It's a pretty straightforward matchup. I've got a Relic 8 Gas that's well modded. His is Relic 7. So I was like, yeah, I'm pretty confident I can win this. I'm also faster. You don't have to be to win this, but every little helps, I suppose. Now the changes to the way Gas works, how quickly he recovers protection now, does make things a little bit awkward, because he's going to be standing up a lot quicker now, so it just drags the battle out a little bit more than it used to. But it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I like to do AoE damage, guys, because it's good to do AoE damage. Now I like to try and get their 5s down to a little bit more manageable position before we drop their gas. So his gas didn't even get a turn then, which was quite nice. And we just start going around, we're counter-attacking, getting a little bit hairy here. I'm like, oh, please don't trigger sacrifice on these guys with all these counter-attacks. But we're okay, really. We're okay. We just focus on their 5s. We get there, he gets the cleanse off there, lowering the max health, and Gas stands up. So I'm like, okay, this isn't terrible. My Gas is about to sit down. We might lose some units here. We might trigger sacrifice or something like that. But to be honest, him triggering sacrifice is probably a good thing. If they trigger it on us and we don't trigger it on them, all the better, really. That means we'll get super clones and he'll die very quickly. So I'm kind of hoping they just focus down my Rex like that and kill him, but he doesn't even manage to kill anything. I'm like, come on. Okay, and our 5s has also got almost full protection, so we know that if he does drop my gas, I'm definitely going to just kill him out the gate. Sorry, he's definitely going to get the sacrifice, So we get a turn here, and we're like, better focus on that 5s. Go on, Gas, do your thing, honey. Don't kill him. Get the assist. Let's go. Boop. Okay, 5s is gone. No more dramas now, guys. No more dramas. We're just going to start killing everybody here. I just want to kill anybody that I can. Get a counterattack. Nearly kill the Echo. That's frustrating. And our gas is really chunky, guys. He's got about 10k offense, but 140k protection before all the modifiers, obviously. So I'm quite confident in the modding on this Gas. At least for this setup, for a 501st setup, which is how I'd recommend people to mod him at the moment. Obviously our Gas is going to drop in a second, but I think we drop together. Yeah. Both sit down together. I do the form up here simply because I want to try and get turns, because he's about to stand up immediately. So doing that gives me a bunch of TM. Obviously, sacrifice does get triggered immediately, as we thought it might, but at this point, the game's won. Does it really matter if we've lost a couple of banners? Not really. We stand up, and bye-bye. Easy claps there, guys. Easy claps. 59 banners. I'll take the 59 banners. There's only, 2 teams left here? We've got the Padme Cat, and we've got the Slacker clear up to do. So, he's broken through to fleet. I'm confident that he cannot win against my fleet. I've set Executor and Negotiator. He doesn't have his own Executor, so he could theoretically sort of multi-tap and clear through, but I'm confident that based on how strong a defense he set, he's probably also set a relatively strong fleet defense, so I'm quite confident here. So we go against JMK Cat, and we're like, right, okay, CLS, I know this works, I did it last GAC, we're just going to go in, focus down... Gonna focus down Commander Ahsoka Tano. There's no Anakin, obviously, thanks to his Qui-Gon Jinn team. And immediately, guys, can you see something going wrong here? Can you see a slight problem in this gameplay right now? That's not my shitty computer. That is the emulator completely packing up. Can we say it again, guys? Game crash, game crash, game crash. After 3 resets. I'll cut to the chase, guys. The game crashes. Once again, we lose our CLS team against a Padme Cat team. At this point, I am fuming. I'm absolutely fuming. Part of the issue I have with the changes to crystal currency and payouts to GAC is that it makes you beholden to things like game crashes, hackers. It makes you beholden to things like GAC getting cancelled. getting delayed, getting pushed back. This is our big source of crystal income now, and if we start losing battles because of stuff like this, it's gonna really annoy us. You know what I mean? That's pretty serious. I know officially their stance is they do not support emulators, but every big content creator for this game runs this game on an emulator, more or less. More or less everybody runs it on one form of an emulator or another. They really need to have some sort of PC app for this. So I rage quit at this point. I just like, close the damn game, I'm not sitting through that. Let's see what we can do from here. Alright, so we're jumping right back into the game here. I'm not a happy chappy. Let's hide my face cam real quick. I'm quite livid right now, as you can see. But there we go, what can you do? So I'm taking a look through, thinking, what have I even got left that can deal with Padme Cat? I've got Darth Revan and I've got Bounty Hunters. That's all I've got, and I've got to kill Slacker and Padme. Jeez. And this is what we decide to do, guys. We're taking in Bosk Lead with Mando, Greef, Boba Fett, and Cad Bane. This is a Hail Mary, guys. Slacker obviously does, as a GL, he does recover a bunch of health and protection when you start a battle. And I'm like, oh my god, please don't kill Mando. We just want to try anything we can, just focus in on him, you know, get whatever debuffs we can, try and hit Contract. I use the taunt here to gain the bonus turn, use the special ability, Bosk and Boba Fett gets bonus turns. Get the ability block, that's key. No AoEs from him. Try and get a double tap obviously doesn't happen. Mass assist, Kylo Ren's nearly dead, we've got Contract. Disintegrate! Yes! That was intense. That was intense. I was like, oh my god, I so need to kill this Slacker with this team. Otherwise, I'm boned. So, I'm like 70% certain that my Darth Revan can deal with the Padme Cat team. You know I can get out in front and get the mass fear off. There's no Anakin to start giving bonus turns to Padme, so I'm like, this could work, maybe? It's kind of our last chance, guys. We kind of need to do this to get through to that back section, otherwise we're just ruined. We're, dead at sea. And the game starts to fuzz up here, and I'm like, don't you dare. Don't you dare crash on me now. Don't. I was like, behave. Guys, behave. It does kind of settle down after a while, and I'm like, oh, okay, fine. Bear in mind, I have restarted everything several times right now. There's something obviously really not going right here. Nearly lose Malak then. I'm like, oh my god. Luckily, there goes Cat's yeet, and we were taunting with Sith Empire Trooper, so he ate the yeet. The game is stabilizing. I'm like, okay, that GK is staying alive. Cat is trying to kill my Malak. I'm very, very worried. But as soon as we get through this, if we kill her, booyah, mass fear, no Padme. I'm feeling good now. I probably shouldn't have thrown that yeet. I should have probably left those guys feared, but I'm like, I just need to kill Cat. Let me kill Cat. I should have focused R2 here, but I was stressing. Luckily, we didn't get stunned there. Go for the tap on Cat. 1 tap, 2 tap. Oh my god. Yeeter, yeeter, yeeter. Yes, okay, we're good. GG. We've cleared the front section. I'm feeling happy. And I'm thinking, there's no way. There's no way this guy has got really tough teams on the back wall as well. There's just no way. With what he set on the front, there's no way he's got tough stuff on the back. No way. So, let's see his back section. And let's also take another look at my face. Look at me, I am utterly dejected at this point. I'm happy to see that back wall. We've got Ewoks, we've got Old Republic, and we've got a Rolo team. So I literally closed this down because I'm like, I am not risking another game crash. I need to clear the back wall if I want to try and win. So I'm not risking it. I am not risking it. Okay, you can see he's got to 498, guys. He has actually managed to take out my Negotiator on the back wall, and he's not bothering trying to hit my Executor. He had to 2-tap the Negotiator. So that tells me he probably had at least one meta ship, one get 2 ship, maybe set one on defense, but there's no way he's clearing the exec now. I'm confident if I can clear this back section, we secure the win. We're already ahead on banners because he's dropped battles. I know we have as well, but he's obviously dropped more. And I'm confident that he can't kill any of the teams I've got in the southern section. We've got a JMK Cat there, we've got Rey there. He's got nothing to deal with them. We've also got Qui-Gon Jinn Omicron and Maul lead with Wat. I'm like, no way, he cannot beat those teams. If we clear this back section, we'll lock in this win 100%. Now, obviously, I don't have much to work with at this point because of all these game crashes. So I take in a Finn lead resistance against these guys. Now, I'm confident we win this because my resistance guys are all relicked. These Ewoks are only gear 11. And we've got a decent amount of TM train, decent amount of control in this team. So everybody gets ability blocks. We've taken out, was that Logray, I want to say? And obviously the Ewoks then start to do their thing where they start to TM roll. Mass AoE there, love to see it. Getting everybody exposed, that's perfect. It's exactly what you want in this Finn lead team, because obviously whenever we hit the enemies that have got exposes on them, we're going to be gaining TM. Lovely jubbly. Do what we can here. Obviously we really want to get through to Elder if possible, but he's currently stealthed thanks to Wicket. Now we can start working on him. I'm not worried just yet because the Elder has actually got ability block, so it means he can't use his revive obviously. Let's go for the kill. Rose Tico goes out and kills a little murder bear. Who'd have thought it, guys? And I'm like, yep, okay. This one's in the bag, no game crashes. Fingers crossed, no whammies. Do you know what I mean? Alright, so we've just got the Old Republic and we've got the Rolo team left to deal with. Old Republic, I decide to go in, I think, with Traya and Scion. Traya and Scion Wampa? No, just Traya Scion. Traya Scion. I'm quite confident that we'll be able to win on this one, guys. They do a lot of attacks out of turns, a lot of assists. They're going to whittle down their own health. We'll be able to isolate Zalbar at the gate, so he's not going to be taunting, he's not going to have retribution. And then all we really need to do is just start killing people. As soon as we kill one person, this team kind of falls apart. The ideal candidate to kill at the start is obviously Canderous, because he's annoying. That yeet from Traya there, almost killing Juhani in one shot, is quite tasty. Go for the big hit here. Canderous is still chunky. They're recovering, but look, he loses a bunch and then he gains a bunch. It's just frustrating. It's because he's hitting a tank, I assume. But yeah, by Canderous. Traya's basic just yeets him out of existence. Love to see it. And now we're held by hatred. I'm like, okay, this is it. Game over. Nothing you guys can do at this point. We're just going to keep on recovering. We're just going to keep on whittling you down. And there goes Juhani as well. Good night. Karth is looking pretty unstable as well. Didn't really need to do that re-isolate, to be honest, but why not? Just Mission and Zalbar left now, and it's just plain sailing from here, guys. Mission gets absolutely yeeted by Traya. Ouch. And then Zalbar's just gonna do his thing. I put it on auto here, partly out of fear of the game crashing, mostly because what are they gonna do at this point? Another isolate comes through, and Zalbar bites it. Alright, 68, we managed to get full health and full protection on that one. Pretty happy, pretty happy. Alrighty, so we've just got this Rolo team left to deal with, and I am running on fumes. I'm running on absolute fumes at this point. So we know it's going to have to be a sort of mishmash of characters. So we go in with a double layer setup, Dengar, and I think we throw in Wampa. We get rid of Ezra, I believe, and we throw... or is it get rid of Dengar and throw in Wampa? Yeah, so we've got some Rebel synergy, and we've got some anti-Rebel. Wampa obviously does bonus damage against Rebels, guys. That's the thought of taking in Wampa. Plus he's got the DPS. We obviously want to be able to kill these guys. Even if I have to multi-tap, I've still got some bounty hunters left over. If I can just kill 1 or 2 people, maybe take out Rolo, maybe take out Ezra, I'm feeling quite happy that we'll be able to do this in a multi-tap. But Princess Leia just gets absolutely yeeted. Unfortunately, the Captain Han then does go ahead and get the daze on Wampa, which is obviously not ideal. He then revives Princess Leia, and I'm getting a little bit concerned. Our Princess Leia triple taps. Princess Leia triple taps, saves the day. We nearly one-shot his Ezra out of there. And Wampa goes for the big womps. And now I'm feeling confident that we're actually going to one-tap. We actually finally get the taunt on Scarif Rebel Pathfinder. Leia's bonus turn, let's go, one-tap. Can't you just triple tap layer all the time? Bye, Lando. Wampa got mad. Yeet! 57. Jeez. Right. That was close. Okay, so my opponent has finished attacking. I'll stop the video and we'll show where we got up to. Funnily enough, guys, I've changed my emulator now. And that's it, guys. That is the final score. He's told me he's stopped attacking. He doesn't have anything else left to work with. We'll check over here. I just moved my face. He took 2 against the negotiator. I accidentally only set 1 reinforcement with my executor. That was a bit of a mistake. Whoopsie. If we check the top section, he dropped a couple of battles here, obviously because he sat so much on defense. Took 4 against this BAM scoundrels random throw together that I had. Obviously 1-tap the Geos, 1-tap the Trashy Mon Mothma, had to 2-tap GG, and he didn't even attempt any of the teams down south. But based on what he had on defense, guys, there wasn't really a whole lot that he could actually take against these teams. We got Rey, Omicron Qui-Gon Jinn with Cam and a full Galactic Republic setup, Maul lead Mandos, and JMK Cat. He had nothing to deal with that section, so the only part that frustrated me about this, guys, is I'm actually pretty confident I could have full cleared if it wasn't for the game crashes. But hey, what can you do about it, guys? What can you do about it? Try and just not crash in future, I guess. Okay, but that's gonna do it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Peace out.
Just giving a quick shout out to my patrons. I appreciate each and every single one of you, and without your support, I wouldn't be doing this today. Thanks so much.